A fresh wave of strikes is beginning as the year of industrial action continues across the country. Royal Mail workers
OK, I mean, I get that, Simon, but the business has been very profitable for the last 2 years. Postal workers were asked to work through the pandemic and they did that uncomplainingly. Why don't they deserve a pay rise linked to the cost of living now?
Well, I think that's a great question, Ian, and it's not one that I can actually answer.
Okay. State your name for the camera.
Neil Rowan,
And your occupation.
postman,
How long have you been working with Royal Mail?
27 years.
What do you think of the current strikes?
Well, these strikes, when people go on strike, a lot of people think people are on strike for one reason only, and that's pay. But these strikes are not all about pay. It's mainly to do with the conditions.
We're going to carry on fighting.
And the conditions
We're
you
going
want
to do it. We're going to make sure our people are looked after. And not just our people. We're going to make sure you're looked after. And the nurses. And everyone else in this economy.
to alter what have been, like, he wants to alter them, like, overnight. And give you no notice. And it's basically saying, if you can't do these changes, then we'll find someone else who's willing to work with these changes. You know, there's no give or take. There's people been working there for 20 years who need to finish by 3 o'clock to pick kids up from school. He now wants to move it to 3:30, and basically what he's saying is, well, if you can't finish at 3:30, tough. We'll get someone in who can't finish at 3:30, and other reasons. Obviously, pay increases are a bonus, but it's mainly the way he just wants to change everything, and you know, just with a drop of it out. And then, like, another thing what's worrying is, for example, in August, for example, if I finish at 1:30, I will owe them an hour and a half. You're going to build them up, and then you come up to the company on Monday when it's busy and say, right, you owe us 10 hours, so you're going to work 2 hours later every day this week without any notice. Again, people may well have made arrangements, and you know, so it's part of the problem is not knowing where you're coming or going. Like, you know, you come in at 6, you finish at 2. It won't be no more of that. They want later starts, not considering. See, later starts, you know, we know things need to change, but later starts as well. What they're not considering is extra traffic. They want us to finish at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, it's the school run. Obviously, if it's quoted, people won't be able to work because of the school run. But it's going to take you longer to get in and out of the away because of the traffic. You know, so, and then they haven't thought about as well is, he wants to do overtime when it's busy at 4 o'clock. He wants to come back to the office at 4 o'clock, then go out in the dark when you can't see where you're going. You know, stretched as it is, badly understaffed, it's just cutbacks and cutbacks. And eventually it's going to cut back too much, but the job's just going to go down the pan. And, you know, so at the end of the day, he's not willing to listen. It's his way or no way. Some of his points may be good, but a lot of his points aren't. And he's not willing to discuss it. And so it's his way. This man, by the way, who's making all these ideas, he's never posted a letter in his life. He just looks at facts and looks at figures, which is what a lot of people do these days. They sit on back of a screen, thinking they know it all. They never get out there in the work in the real time. You know, there's numerous amounts of things what can happen during your day. You know, you see, basically because of the way it is, you have someone has an accident, you won't be able to help them as much no more. You know, you're there to, you know, someone falls over, you're basically going to have to stand over them and carry on working. Because if you stop, you're going to get accused of slacking off. And you turn around and say, well, an old woman fell over. So we helped her up off the floor, picked the shopping for her and whatever, and carried her bag home. No, they won't believe you. It's all about trust. And that's the main thing. I don't think he trusts us. So that's mainly one of the reasons we're on strike. And like I say, he's just trying to change everything too soon, too quick, and he won't listen, and there's no give or take. Okay.
What do you think of the government's act towards it?
Well, recently the government are trying to push this thing through, stopping people from striking. So basically, you know, unless you can cover your job, they're not going to allow you to strike.
You know, I fully believe in the union's role in our society and the freedom for them to strike. But I also believe that that should be balanced with the right of ordinary working people to go about their lives free from significant disruption. And that's why we're going to bring forward new laws in common with countries like France, Italy, Spain and others that ensure that we have minimum levels of safety in critical areas like fire, like ambulance, so that even when strikes are going on, you know that your health will be protected. I think that's entirely reasonable, and that's what our new laws will do.
So basically you're being told what to do and what not to do, and everyone's got their own right to do what they need to do, but the governments have their own way. What's the point of being in a union? And because they can't go on strike, so they might as well not be existent. Maybe that's what they're trying to plan.
What we've said is we want to have a grown-up, honest conversation with all union leaders about what is responsible, what is reasonable and what is affordable for our country when it comes to pay. We think that those conversations should happen. That's why we've invited everyone in to have those talks on Monday, and I'm hopeful that those talks can be constructive and we can find a way through this.